Good morning. I'm Bob Swope, a member of the Outreach Ministry Team here at First Presbyterian Church, and I've been asked to take a few minutes to share some thoughts with you this morning as we move into this stewardship season. It's that time of year when we prayerfully consider what God is calling us to do, both as a congregation and individually. I direct your attention to our congregation's mission statement. You're going to find it on the front of your bulletin. Take a look at it with me, if you will, and let's read it together. Boldly address needs in God's name while extending Christ's love in relationships. This mission statement is the result of nearly 2 years of prayerful soul searching by our session and other church leaders in the interim period just before Chelsea came to us. It's an effort to understand what God wants our church to be and do. So, how are we doing? Do you think God is saying, "Well done, First Pres"? There have been periods in our nearly 200-year history when I believe our church was very bold in our outreach. Did you know that our congregation was the first in Hardin County to offer Sunday school? There were other churches organized before we were established in 1829, but before the first brick was laid on our building downtown, we held Sunday school classes in a little room above Joseph Weller's gun shop. Can you imagine Severance Valley Baptist and the Methodist sending their children to the Presbyterian Sunday school? Times must have changed. More recently, members of our congregation have been instrumental in bringing Helmwood Healthcare to town, establishing the organization that is now known as Helping Hand of Hope, and partnering with the Elizabethtown Rotary Club to share the gift of clean water with those in need in Guatemala. Throughout our history, we have boldly followed God's leading as our church leaders have discerned it. I think it's okay to look back on our past accomplishments, but more importantly, what is God calling us to do today? What specifically are the needs we are to be addressing now? How bold can we get to ease the challenges that so many less fortunate families face today? These are the questions that our outreach ministry team have been asking, and we've prepared a ministry plan and a budget for the coming year that our team believes our church is being led to pursue. I'm not going to read every line item, but let me just mention a few. You've already heard Shannon this morning talk about room in the inn, and our team feels that it's time for us to step up our support for this critical mission. And I hope some of you will feel led to get directly involved. Another immediate need is the Affordable Christmas Drive. We are again partnering with Helping Hand of Hope, Grace Heartland Church, and school resource centers, family resource centers, to help bring Christmas joy to youngsters whose parents are struggling financially. Volunteers are needed now, so if you enjoy shopping for Christmas, sign up. We hope to increase our support for the work of Warm Blessings, Helping Hand of Hope, the Living Waters Guatemala Partnership, and the Boyd Family Mission work in Africa. With the congregation's support of our budget, we also want to add contributions to Living Waters for the World, our partner organization that works with us to do the gift of sharing clean water in Guatemala. The team has also been working with KTAP, the Kentucky Targeted Assessment Program. And Sharon Hayden, the director of KTAP, met with our team recently to educate us on ways that our church can become more directly involved in assisting families that need mentoring as well as financial assistance to get back on their feet. This falls right in line with our Matthew 25 vision, and I believe we can do a lot more as these needs continue to skyrocket. Boldly address needs in God's name while extending Christ's love in relationships. If this all sounds a little too ambitious, well, it's up to each of us to find our part in the work God has challenged our congregation to do. I believe that we are each blessed with unique gifts that God wants us to use. What are yours?